Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I have before me the McFarlane DC Multiverse Superman from the Superman Lois and Clark comic series that you see collected here in trade paperback on the right. This figure and the story was a story from a few years ago that was actually a spin-off from the Convergence event that was a while before that, in which all versions of DC's characters got together and, well, essentially were forced to fight on the world of Telos because of one of Brainiac's henchmen, so on and so forth. It's a long story, but suffice it to say, one of the things that came out of that story was at the conclusion of it, Superman, the post-crisis, pre-New 52 Superman, this is the Superman that endured the death and return during the whole Doomsday thing, became Electro Superman and all the other things that happened in the 90s, and subsequently, the various things that happened to him in the 2000s as well, until the New 52 started. And at the end of that story, Superman, Lois, and then a very infant John Kent made their way to the New 52 universe, where they lived so much, for the most part, in secret, hiding, while Superman worked undercover wearing this black suit, sported a beard, because at that point there were two Superman running around. This one, of course, and then the New 52 one that was featured in the main books at the time. Eventually that version was killed off. This one took his place again, and there's more detail to that, but you can check that out later. But instead, I have the action figure in front of me, and I can't wait to show it to you. So I'm going to get the story, the book aside, open the figure, and then tell you what I think. Okay, folks, and here we are. Wow, this thing is pretty awesome. Very, very cool. I have to admit, when I saw this figure first announced or shown on social media, Instagram, etc., I admit I was immediately like, oh man, I'm not buying figures these days, but this is one that I really had to have. I'm a big Superman fan, as many people know. And that story was good, and so on. But yeah, this is an awesome figure. You can tell that the head sculpt is the same as the other Superman released on the McFarlane Toys line. The body is pretty much the same, although, and you can kind of see where the trunks are, or were, on the other figure. They used a mold. There's the trunks. You can almost see the belt. Here, obviously, it's all black with the silver S buckle instead, as well as the silver logo there. There's no cape, obviously. That's the way the story was. But yeah, this is an awesome figure. You can see the various points where his legs are bendable, his feet, his toes even. And the beard looks pretty nice. I don't see any errors or blemishes with my figure. Looks pretty awesome, I think. Comes with a stand that, which is pretty usual for the McFarlane line. There's little thing slides right in there in place, and this little clamp where you can kind of like stick his body in there, or I'm always afraid I'm gonna break it. So let me see if I can get it in there. Bear with me. And there you have it, folks. Here he is. I got him on the stand finally. It's a little bit wobbly, but I'll get that adjusted later. It looks great. I like how it looks like he's flying up. Similar, there's a panel or page in the story where he actually does do that. So that's why I kind of sort of got that pose there. And if I can just find that page for a split 30 seconds. Oh yeah. See, obviously it's not as cool as the panel, but close enough. At least to me. So it looks great, and I think they did a really good job. The detail on him looks amazing, I have to admit. There are no obvious blemishes with the figure. what I think looks like glitter here, but I think it's just the way the lighting is and that sort of thing. But yeah, looks great. I would highly recommend this figure for any Superman fan, or particularly any DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys fan. Carries on the tradition of the old DC Direct line. I will point out it does come with a little card with a little bit of information on the back, which probably recounts a lot of his origin and stuff like that. What's interesting though is, unlike the Action Comics 1000 figure, in which this mold is pretty much based off of, the card that comes with it was based on the comic art. And surprisingly, this one, or this particular card, is not based on this cover or based on the first appearance of him in this suit, which would have been in that first issue of Superman, Lois, and Clark. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't go that route as far as the little card that comes with it, the trading card that comes with it, or the data file card. It would have been cool if they did. And I guess the picture here looks pretty cool. Him levitating or floating with the day planet background there, which again, oddly enough, is inconsistent with the story because he's not really involved with that in the story. So yeah, it would have been neat to have an actual picture of the comic or something. That would have made more sense, I think. But otherwise, this is a fantastic figure. It'll set you back about $20 on Amazon or at your local comic shop. Probably like 20 to 25 now with all the inflated stuff and prices going on in the world. But yeah, I'm so glad I got it. I would highly recommend getting this figure. It is definitely worth your time and your super money. And of course, if you have any questions about it, please feel free to drop a line down below. Of course, I'll be happy to answer them. I only have, I think, 2 other DC Multiverse figures, particularly Superman, and that is the Action Comics 1000 version and the Superboy Prime version, which I was also happy to get my hands on. So yeah, folks, until next time, take care of yourselves, up and away, be good, and definitely check out this figure. McFarlane Toys is doing a great job cranking these things out. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.